Okay, so someone sent me an image of Garnet saying, "Kids, don't be racist." And I thought it was a pretty funny joke, but he told me it was real. I told him I didn't believe him and I wanted context. So he linked me this video. Let's check it out.
3! Hey, when we're older, let's get married. Ha!
What an asshole!
You can't get married. Why not? Black people can't marry white people.
Kids, don't be racist.
This is the cheesiest job I've ever done. Stuff like this doesn't actually happen in real life.
Whoa there.
Are you kidding? It totally does.
Just because this has never happened to you doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry. Seriously, I didn't know.
And when people act like it's not real, it makes it feel even worse.
You have to acknowledge racism to work against it.
I've learned my lesson, son. I see now what I've never seen before. I'm cured. Praise God.
Okay, so the message of this PSA is pretty obvious, but I still should explain it because if I don't explain it, Steven Universe fans think I'm missing the point of the message, and this PSA was made exactly for people like me. Even though anyone above the age of 5 would know what the message is. And you're not deep for understanding it at all. Garnet is part of a cheesy 80s style PSA telling kids not to be racist. But one of the kids really isn't into it because he finds the message to be obvious and he believes stuff like this doesn't happen in real life. People having a problem with interracial couples is still a thing in our modern times. There's a black girl in my Discord server who told me a story about how she was into a white boy, and her black teacher told her she would be dirtying up the black community if she had a kid with him. There's a double standard I notice where dads are cool with their sons dating outside their race but not their daughters. So yes, people having a problem with interracial couples are still a thing in the modern times. But do you know what is a bit of a bigger issue? People having a problem with same-sex couples. 90% of people who would have said anything about those two boys saying, "When we get older, let's get married," would have had a problem with them being the same sex and not different races. What was going through the mind of the kid in the blue jacket? Two boys holding hands? Aw, that's cute. Wait a minute, they're different races. Oh, this is completely unacceptable and degenerate.
It's Garnet from Steven Universe.
Kids, don't be racist.
Cut.
I have a question. Which one was legalized first? Interracial marriage or same-sex marriage? I am so confident that same-sex marriage came way later than interracial marriage that I'm not even going to do the research. I'm just going to ask my editor Joshua to do his own research and put the evidence on screen for me. It should be just a simple Google search. I would do the research myself, but I'm so rich and important, now I can ask people to do my research for me. Jar, stop recording your YouTube videos and get down here to clean the toilet. Yes, boss. But in all seriousness, I actually agree with the blonde kid. Stuff like this doesn't happen in real life. Is it possible that in real life, two boys, one black, one white, said they wanted to get married when they got older, and someone said, "Hey, you're the same gender, you can't get married"? Also, black people can't marry white people. Sure, something like that could happen. But I highly doubt anyone would not have a problem with them being the same gender, but also have a problem with them being a different race. And most people who hate mixed race couples hate them because there's a chance they could breed an interracial child. Yes, same-sex couples can have a child, but it's far less common. The only way I could see this as being possible is that the kid in the blue jacket was raised by his parents to see interracial couples as a bad thing, but his parents also didn't want to teach him that gay people even existed. But I think that's extremely overanalyzing. This would have worked so much better if it was a boy and a girl than two boys. Trying to make the PSA more progressive and inclusive actually muddied the message a little bit. There's a ton of anti-LGBT stuff in the black community that we almost never talk about. I've even met a few black guys who believe that the LGBT community is white nationalism. I guess I'm just a little bothered about this because I recently discovered my personal trainer is a black Israelite, and we got into an argument about who had more rights, gay people or black people. He told me that any gay slur would be considered a hate crime. And you can say whatever you want to a black person, even the N-word, and nothing bad will happen to you. Which I completely disagree with. I mean, way more people have been canceled for using the N-word than the British term for a cigarette. We had a black president, or at least a half-black president. As far as I know, we haven't had a gay president, at least an openly gay president. Pete Buttigieg didn't even come close to winning. As someone who's neither gay or black, I'm just gonna say I think gay people have it worse in America. At least from what I've seen. People not liking interracial couples is not just a problem for black people, it's a problem for all races, because you need two separate races in order for it to be interracial. Now, I don't think this PSA is trying to say that interracial couples is only a problem for black people. I'm just saying that for the ones watching this video who do think it's only a problem for black people. Ironically, this PSA kind of goes against its own message. They're treating gay couples, really young gay couples, as if they're a normal thing that most people don't have a problem with. I highly doubt that's what any of the people who worked on this think, but it does kind of come across that way. I understand there might be a few people in my comments section completely missing the point of this video and taking the least charitable interpretation possible. Please understand, I'm not saying people who don't like interracial couples are a problem. I'm just saying people who have a problem with same-sex couples is a way bigger problem. Like, it's not even close.
Hey kids, this is Censored Anon, and I was the video editor for today's video. Jar has allowed me to give you a promo, and a question that I have for you guys is, what do you think of philosophy? What do you think of maybe life lessons? If you enjoyed Jar's self-deletion video, which I edited, then you'll enjoy my content. It's meaningful, it's nice, and I make some really good stuff that I think that you can all learn from, such as this video and this video. I also recommend this one especially, and finally this one. Go give them a watch. Anyways, have a good day.